Good morning, Mrs. Beal. I'm so excited to talk to you today about Carly's learning goals for this year. I have some really specific information for you.
Thank you, Ms. Coco. It's good to know that you can give me some detail about my daughter's work. You know, it's been difficult in the past for me to understand why Carly just wasn't getting higher scores in class. No one could ever tell me what was really going on.
So let's just take a look at the last NWEA map test that Carly took. Do you know what the map is?
Well, not really. Carly came home and talked about some test that she took on the computer, I think.
Yes, that's right. The whole class took the test one day last week.
Well, all I really heard was that no two students had the same test. Is that right?
Not exactly the same test items, no. You see, the test items get either more difficult or easier depending on how well the student is performing. We use the results that are available in what is called the Descartes report. These reports break down Carly's scores according to how well she performed in certain areas of mathematics.
Right, so let me show you those scores. Take a look at geometry. Amazing! Carly really scored well on those questions. See, she performed in the advanced level. She also reached an advanced level in measurement and data, and a high level in algebraic thinking. These are fantastic scores. Overall, she's in the average score range. That means that for her grade level, she is working at about the average level.
Wow. So how come her overall score is only average if she had 3 high scores? Did she fail something else?
Well, look here. We can see that Carly didn't score as high in the numbers and operation category. It seems to be an area for some real growth. Our teachers are working on ways to help students in this very area.
What do you mean by that? Working on ways to help students?
We use these reports to understand what every single student needs to work on. In some cases, teams of teachers can look across all the students in the grade and determine if there's one area that all students seem to be struggling with. When that is the case, then we look at the way we're trying to teach the students.
So is this a category that all students did poorly in?
Not all students, but we did notice that domain or topic of math was one of the ones that showed the lowest score overall for that grade level. Our plan is to come up with some different learning activities that will help the students better understand the concepts and skills.
Has Carly ever talked to you about compass learning?
I think she did. Did she do some homework on that one time? Is that a computer thing?
That's right, yes. I think Carly did some math homework on the software a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so what is that?
Well, we have this internet-based learning program called Compass Learning that allows students to do online learning activities. I did give all the students some Compass Learning work to get some extra practice in when we were reviewing some geometry in preparation for our new geometry material. That way, I could spend less review time in class. Compass gives some video lessons and things like that.
I do remember that. She really enjoyed it.
It's good to know. So that program, Compass Learning, works with our NWEA scores.
How does that happen?
After students take the NWEA test, the scores and all the data about each student's performance is transferred into Compass, and Compass creates what's called a learning path. That means that the program designs very specific activities and learning modules to help students learn more about the skills and concepts that they have lower scores on from the NWEA.
I'll be doing some math workshop mini lessons over the next couple of days, but the Compass lessons will really help her out. In class, I'll have a chance to check in with Carly personally during workshop to see if she has any questions for me. Well, here's a list of very specific things that I'll be working on with Carly. Some of these are probably things that you can do at home too.